8th of November 1966 is the death anniversary of a remarkable woman and a freedom fighter, Rameshwari Nehru, popularly known as Mataji. She played a significant role in the awakening of women that left an indelible mark in the history of the women's movement in India. Rameshwari Nehru was married to Brijlal Nehru, who was the nephew of Motilal Nehru.
It was from Anand Bhavan, Prayagraj, that Rameshwari Nehru started her eventful career, which was dedicated to the cause of women and the freedom of the motherland.
Rameshwari Nehru started the first women's journal in Hindi, Stree Darpan, in 1909 from Allahabad. It was through Stree Darpan that she tirelessly espoused the cause of women's rights.
She became an active member of the Women's India Association and All India Women's Conference. She had also started a Nari Niketan to help women rescued from brothel houses.
When the British government appointed the Age of Consent Committee in 1928 to fix the consent for girls, Rameshwari was the only Indian woman member of the committee.
This committee's report formed the groundwork for the Child Marriage Restraint Act. She said,
Swaraj cannot be attained by people whose other halves are stricken by paralysis. The battle of Swaraj has to be fought and won by men and women alike.
Post-independence, she played a significant role in the rehabilitation of the people who had migrated due to the trauma of partition.
In 1955, the Government of India honoured Rameshwari Nehru with Padma Bhushan for her outstanding contributions, especially in the field of rehabilitation of widows, orphans, children, and old people.
She also won the Lenin Peace Prize in 1961.
Today we will also talk about the Marudu brothers of Tamil Nadu. Periya Marudu and Chinna Marudu were born to Mokka Palanisamy Devar and his wife Ponnata, who served as the second king of Sivagangai kingdom.
But their time in the palace was to soon come to an end. While the brothers were in their early 20s, the Nawab of Arcot, along with his East India Company soldiers, killed the queen and the king. The Marudu brothers escaped, but they came back after several years and claimed back the fort after a fierce battle.
More than 50 years before the Sepoy Mutiny of 1857, the Marudu Pandya brothers had led a concerted struggle against the oppressive practices of the British. On 16th of June 1801, the brothers issued a proclamation of independence from the Tiruchi fort, calling for people of all castes and communities to unite in their fight against European domination. Their attacks on East India Company were so fierce that EIC sent a huge force and captured the brothers and executed hundreds of their supporters.
On October the 24th, 1801, Periya Marudu and Chinna Marudu were publicly hanged to death at the Tirupattur fort of southern Tamil Nadu. Every one of their fellow rebels, their commanders and servants, their sons and even their young grandsons were hanged alongside them. The total number of persons hanged numbered about 500. With those mass executions, the British East India Company and its allies successfully put an end to a fierce rebellion by the southern kingdoms of India, a revolt that barely finds mention in history textbooks.
Marudu brothers were good in aerodynamics and invented many variants of spears and valary. They also founded guerrilla war tactics in India during the early stages of colonization. A commemorative postage stamp was released in October 2004 in their honor. Every year, people conduct Marudu Pandyar's Guru Puja at the Kalayar Kovil temple in October.